Hey everybody, it's Kendra. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. We are in my garden. Gonna do a quick little garden update. Everything is growing super well. I've been harvesting a ton. It's so exciting. So yeah, let me show you around. Alright, good morning. It's Kendra. Welcome to my channel. I am in my big garden plot this morning. Wanted to do a quick update because I have got some crazy stuff growing. Everything is super lush, super big, beautiful green. It's fabulous. All right. And I also just harvested a ton of kale, and look at all those cucumbers and summer squash. Oh my gosh, this thing is so heavy. Got a ton of summer squash here. I've got dill, I've got beans, cucumbers, carrots. Holy cats. I'm totally going to go make some pickles after this. Alright, so anyway, starting at the beginning, again, I have my cabbages. I don't know, I don't really have a whole lot of faith for my cabbages. They keep getting these holes in the leaves. I put on some powder, this diatomaceous earth stuff, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem to do much. And the heads, like, it doesn't seem like there's actually much of a head forming. I don't know, I have to be patient with my cabbages. Plus, I don't really like cabbages, so I shouldn't even care. My dill is looking good. Just harvested some of that from my pickles. And then I got this lovely kale here. Just harvested a bit of that as well. And I'm going to go blanch that and freeze that. Put it in some smoothies. Hello, white socks with shoes. How cute. Or not. All right, and then all along here I've got some Cosmo plants. Only have one little bloom there. Those are stunning. All right, and then here I've got one section of my cucumbers. This side is the Tokiwa, Japanese cucumber. You see down here, there's a big one. I think I'm gonna let him go a couple more days. There are a bunch of other ones down here too, I saw. Where are you? There's a big guy. So anyway, with these, I have actually helped my cucumbers along to trellis by actually clipping them up. And then, you know, with their tendrils, they eventually attach. So I've got little clips like this, and then also some like this. So those are really handy. And then on the other side of the trellis, this is the other type of cucumber. These are called dar. I just picked most of these. There are a few little guys. That one's still kind of small. There's a little guy. This was just loaded this morning. Just harvested a ton. Again, with these, I've also, you know, clipped them up, trellised them. And then underneath here, some beets. The stuff under here isn't growing super well. It doesn't get a ton of light, but I think the beets will be okay. Maybe I can start harvesting them pretty soon. And then way in the back there, I've got a big old dill plant that looks awesome. Look at those beautiful Tokiwa cucumbers. I'm gonna let these get a little bit bigger. I have picked them about that size and they're good, but I'm curious if they get even nicer. All right, and then I got some curly kale here. Just gave that a major haircut. It was super bushy before. Again, I'm gonna freeze that. Got some butter crunch lettuce here. And then this is my little melon section. How cute and sweet are these? And look at my little babies. There's one. There's a second one. Oh my gosh, how beautiful are they? They just look so perfect. So this is that type, the Petit Cri de Reine. Oh, there's a tiny little guy over there. Don't know if you can see it. And then over here, I have this other variety called Pride of Wisconsin. These are both like cantaloupe varieties. But they're so neat. Look how cute they are. Oh, love it. Alrighty, and then in this little section next to my sweet peas, I think the last update I did, I didn't have anything in here, but I got a bunch of basil plants. Put those guys in. And then also two rainbow chard plants. So those are looking super good. Next to that, I got some beans. My yellow beans and my purple beans. Both are bush beans. Just harvested some of these. But there still are, you know, a few little guys on here. Lots of little ones. I'll have to come back and pick these all in a couple days. The purple ones are super cute. The purple ones don't grow quite as fast as the yellow ones. The yellow ones are much more prolific. And I do find with the purple ones, they tend to get attacked by Japanese beetles more than the yellow ones. I hate Japanese beetles. That's basically been my biggest problem the last week with the garden. And then I have this insane tomato section. These are just like giant tomato bushes, and I trim them, I prune them. Look how pretty these are. This is the green vernissage. These will stay green. But holy cats, these tomatoes, they are just everywhere. These plants, all of my green vernissage tomato plants have just gone insane. It's huge. I also use some of those little clips to help support my tomatoes. Here, look at these. These are massive, massive tomatoes. I think this is the Dr. Weechy one. I think these will eventually be yellow. But it's like there's 1, 2, 3. I think they're like 4 in that whole cluster there. Oh, I check those every day to make sure nothing's happened to them, and they're just so beautiful. Next door, I've got some of these sunrise bumblebee, I believe. So I think these are going to turn kind of like yellow and red, orange striped. Got lots of those on there. Lots of green tomatoes everywhere. Got some more basil over here, some peppers. My peppers are pretty sad looking. Like, they're just small. I don't know. They don't really seem to want to do much, but oh well. And then right next door, I've got all of these snapdragons. So yes, indeed, these are snapdragons, but this is what I'm talking about with these damn Japanese beetles. Look at what they have done. So I come over almost every day, every other day, with a little container of soapy water, and I flick them in there and I drown them. I take some satisfaction and pleasure in that. I will be honest about that. All right, I gotta point out my sweet peas. How stunning are these? They smell amazing as well. So that side where it's all pink, those are all called painted lady sweet peas. This side, I've got plants, but I have no blossoms. That's a different variety. I don't know, they just don't really seem to want to bloom. But the pink ones, oh, so pretty. All right, then down here, I've got a couple spaghetti squash plants. Hopefully those will grow really well. I planted them kind of late. All right, and then next to this crazy section of tomatoes, I've got another planting of beans. They're starting to get some tiny little beans on here. These kind of got run over by my zucchini and my summer squash. So a couple of the plants got a little bit funky. So I have actually staked up all my beans. Even though they're bush beans, they just kind of seemed like they needed a little bit of support. So just use some string. All right, next my summer squash section. So I actually just trimmed all of them. Like actually cut off the ripe fruit. So I only have a couple little ones left. There's a little baby. I think there's like a yellow one over here too. Oh yeah, there's a little yellow guy there. Oh, there's a cute little yellow one. How adorable is that one? So you'll notice that I've got all these weird little tube-like things on my zucchinis. This is where I just cut off the leaves. I did this to give my zucchinis a little bit more airflow, and also so the bees could see the blossoms. Because I was finding some of my zucchinis were just kind of rotting, like I had little baby ones that were rotten. And I researched that, and apparently that's what happens if they do not get pollinated. I learned that on MI Gardener. Oh my gosh, all the people who told me about MI Gardener, thank you. Amazing resource. All right, this is my other side of zucchinis and summer squash. That's a nice looking yellow one. I'll pick him in a couple days. There's a little baby. So yeah, you can really see, like you can actually see through here. Before this was just like crazy nonstop leaves. All right, and then next to my zucchinis, I've got my little watermelon section. Not quite as prolific as the melon section, but I do have a couple babies. There's one there and one right there. So cute. Teeny tiny little watermelons. And then this section, these are carrots. I did harvest a couple carrots today to check how big they are. And then this is my other planting of beans. So this section, this garden has 3 plantings of beans. So I will be up to my eyeballs in beans very, very soon. What else? Underneath the cucumber trellis, got some beets, some greens, some radishes. This is all just kind of wild and crazy, and I'm not doing a ton with it. I should harvest some beets pretty soon. I think they might be ready soon. And then otherwise, my most recent addition to my garden are my little hummingbird feeders. So basically, I just wrapped a ton of copper wire around an old wine bottle, and then put on one of these little spigot guys. So I have this one, and then I also have this one with a blue wine bottle. So I haven't actually seen hummingbirds with these, but I have seen some bees getting little snacks out of there. And again, I got tons of nasturtiums and all kinds of flowers around here. Aren't those so beautiful? Ugh. I actually have been cutting the nasturtiums off and putting them in water at home, and they're so beautiful. Those are so pretty, and they're actually like growing out of my fence. Got some red ones over here, more of those orange ones. Got some zinnias growing too. So yeah, this is my garden. I'll come back in about a month and update again. But so far so good. I've been harvesting a ton of stuff. I've been reading a ton about preserving and freezing and canning and all this, so that's kind of the next project, figuring out exactly how I'm going to use all of this produce. All right, and now we are in my smaller garden plot. It looks super good, and it is way more lush than it was a month ago when I first posted. Anyway, first little section, I've got my kale here. They're pretty big. I've got this Russian red kale here, and then next to it I've got this Tuscan Nero di Toscano. That's just like the Lacinato kale. You'll notice I've got this white powder on it. That's actually diatomaceous earth. And that is meant to help kill bugs, because as you'll see, I've got all these weird holes in all my kale. I've also got it in my cabbage at the other garden. All right, and then next to my kale, I've got some spaghetti squash. So this is a cluster of like 3 plants. There's 1 there, and this is 2. So those are doing really well, and my garden's gonna be overrun with spaghetti squash in no time. I just had that little extra chunk of space there, so I thought, let's just put in something that clearly needs more space than that. Alrighty, next up I've got my beans. So I've got my yellow bush beans and my purple bush beans. I've got a bunch of yellow ones in there. The yellow ones seem to grow pretty fast. The purple ones take a bit longer, and I've noticed on the purple ones, I've got all these little holes. This is eaten by Japanese beetles. They are my nemesis right now. I am going crazy killing Japanese beetles, driving me absolutely freaking insane. But they don't seem to do it on the yellow ones. Anywho. So beans are looking super, super good. I've been eating a ton of yellow beans recently. Alrighty, my squash. See, I've got a nice giant summer squash down here. I gotta pick that baby today. See what else. I think, yeah, there's 1 little baby yellow summer squash that's just starting. I think there are a couple over here. There's a little guy right over there. And just look at all these beautiful blossoms. Oh, it's just so pretty. Just so pretty. Oh yeah, by the way, my trellis plan for the zucchinis, yeah, they're bush zucchinis, bush summer squash. They're not gonna climb. Oops. One thing I've learned this year. Anywho, underneath here, I've got my lettuce. I've got some butter crunch lettuce, my beets. I believe the beets are still quite small, but the greens look good. Some carrots, quatre saisons lettuce. And then over here, I've got my cucumbers. Now my cucumbers are actually starting to climb to trellis. I think I have some radishes. Yeah, I think there's some radishes way back there. Basically, I've been leaving those in so that they can keep away the bugs, because radishes are kind of smelly to bugs apparently. So yeah, this section I've got cucumbers. So I believe the first couple plants here are called tokiwa. Yeah, like this long stubby down here. They'll actually get to be like 10 inches long. So I'm leaving him. But then next door, I've got these cute little suckers. So these are called dar. And these are like 3-4 inches long. I'm gonna pick a whole bunch of these today and start making pickles. I've got a ton down here. There's one. Oh, some other ones over here. Yeah, so we're gonna start the pickle process today. So yeah, super, super impressed with my cucumbers. These dar ones are awesome. I think I'll definitely grow them again next year. Not sure about the tokiwa ones, because they don't seem to be producing too many. But Kendra, be patient, because it's only the middle of July. See, otherwise here, just have a few flowers. I actually did have a giant section right here. Like this section to me looks kind of bare. I had a whole section of snapdragons there, but the Japanese beetles attacked them, so I ripped them all out because I was tired of dealing with them. Anywho, here we've got some carrots. You know, I should really test these carrots and see how big they are. Gosh, I wonder. They might be ready to pull out. I should probably thin them. I know I said that in my last video as well. Anyway, so got some carrots there. Tomatoes. Hello, my tomato plants are like giant bushes. They're pretty good. Pretty pleased with them. I have also been trimming my tomatoes. You'll see the bottoms are kind of bare looking. Naked little legs. That's to get some airflow going in there. I think it's helping. Aren't these like the most beautiful tomatoes? They will stay green. These are called green vernissage. These are actually my freebie seeds, and these are insane. Yeah, they're so pretty. They're still quite hard. I don't think they're ready yet. All right, and then over here, this is my little melon section. And I have some tiny little baby melons. So that's a baby watermelon. And then I know I just saw a few baby cantaloupes. Where did I see you guys? Oh, there's one. There's one, isn't that so cute? Little bitty baby, just tiny. It's like 2 inches long. Definitely have seen a few more of those. Yeah, otherwise here, just some flowers, again. Some cosmos, aren't they so pretty? I've been starting to cut them. That's a Japanese beetle. I need to kill him. You are my nemesis, my enemy. You will die. All right, friends. This is how you kill a Japanese beetle. I've got my little container of soapy water. I'm gonna put it under there, and he will literally just fall right in there. I take great pleasure in killing these little buggers. You gotta do it when it's morning and they're still kind of sleepy, and you can just literally knock them with one hand into a bucket of soapy water. And then over on this side, same thing. Just some more flowers. Oh, so pretty. So pretty, these cosmos. Some nasturtium, zinnias. Zinnias have kind of been destroyed by those Japanese beetles too. Et voila, that is the smaller garden plot. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.